Hey guys, just doing a quick video review on this dehumidifier by VictSing. First of all, a big thank you to the guys at VictSing for kindly providing me with a sample. As always, I have no affiliation to the company itself. So let me give you a good look around the product. So around the back here you have the lead, which plugs into a 3-pin UK plug. The plug does also come with a power bank as well, just to help regulate the voltage. You have your on and off switch on the top just there. You've got your vents, your inlet vent as well as your outlet vents, and you have your water tank. And essentially what happens is when it collects water, as you can see as it has done here, the water is dropped in to the little hole there, and then it just collects in the tank. And then to empty it out, all you do is you have this black bung in the corner, pop it open, pour out all of your water. It's nice and easy. So with this device, when you do have it turned on, when it gets full, it automatically detects that it's full and it shuts down, so it stops the water from overflowing. Also, when you remove the water tank, it also detects that, and then it turns off temporarily until you've replaced the water tank as well. So I've had this running for, I think, just over 3 days. So probably about 3.5 days, I'd say. And as you can see, this is how much water it has collected. It's probably about, I'd say, 400 ml of water. It's I've left it in a room which underneath the wallpaper it looks like there is some damp. We don't know where it's coming from, so I thought, let me test it and see whether it picks up a lot of moisture, a little bit of moisture. And actually what I'm now going to do is I'm going to test it in comparison to one of the other rooms and just see whether there's a difference. This device itself is quite loud, and compared to the other dehumidifier that I reviewed, the other one is much quieter. So if you're wanting something to run in the background continuously, the smaller unit is much better for that purpose, because it is a little bit more quiet. It's not whisper quiet, you can still hear it, but it's much more quieter than this. Now this I've found is a larger unit, and because it is noisier and the components inside are a little bit bigger, it is noisier, but it collects more water in comparison to the other unit. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll turn it on, and you can have a bit of a listen, and so that you can gauge whether it is quite loud or not. So hopefully what I'll do is I'll try to talk over it so you can get an idea of how loud it is over someone's voice. It sounds like, you know, the electric fan heaters that you can get. They're like, you know, quite cheap, about a tenner I think, or something like that, where sort of you turn them on, it's got a fan that blows with like an electric coil that heats up, and it heats up the air during the winter. It sounds like one of those. So if you can put up with listening to one of those constantly 24/7, great. If you can't, then probably a smaller unit is better for you. Now what we have started to use this for, and what we found it works really well with, is actually when we're drying clothes. When it's raining, you know, you still got to dry your clothes and stuff inside. So sometimes what happens is you bring your clothes in, obviously your clothes are drying, so all of that moisture is going into the atmosphere or in the room, and it can cause damp in the room. So the best thing to do is have a dehumidifier. And what we do is we plonk this in the middle of the room, really close to where the clothes are. And what this does is it pretty much helps the clothes dry a little bit quicker, because it draws out that moisture from the atmosphere, or from the air essentially, and it helps the clothes dry, and it also stops you getting damp in the room as well. So to the ratings, I'm still going to give it a 5 out of 5. I think although it is louder, the pros, if you like, of it being louder is it's a much larger unit, so it extracts water a lot quicker. Yes, it'll be brilliant if it was quieter, but I haven't come across one that's really whisper quiet. Even the small one was still had a noise to it. So it extracts water really well, as you can see there, with the water sloshing around. That's over the course of about 3.5 days it's collected that water, so it works very well. It's nice and easy to use. You pretty much plug it in and forget about it. All of the connections are well made, and what I'll do is I'll show you the power lead as well. So just bear with me guys. So that is the power bank as well, you can see. So it comes supplied with a really long bit of cable, so you can pretty much plug it into a wall and maneuver it around the room to the best position or behind something to sort of keep it sort of out of sight, if you like. And overall it works really well. I don't really have any faults with this product. I mean, I know some people have said it is quite noisy, but again, I'm going to come back to the point that actually it's a bigger unit, it's going to have bigger components. It's relatively cheap compared to a lot of the other bigger, you know, high-end dehumidifier units you can get. So therefore the components aren't going to be, you know, as quiet as they possibly can, because that ultimately costs money. So it's getting a 5 out of 5 from me. As always guys, thanks for watching.